Let's do an example of application of the mean values theorem. What we are going to do in this example is to show that this equation here, a cubic equation, x to the power 3 plus 2x minus 2 equals 0, has at most one root. Okay? One real root, of course. So it's a cubic equation. In principle, it could have up to three roots, right? But this is saying that at most it has one. So let's see how we do this. We want to apply the mean value theorem, so we need a function. So we are going to take x to the power 3 plus 2x minus 2 as our function, and then we want to see that f of x equals 0 at most once. Okay, and you may wonder why at most once. Okay, let's see what happens if we think that there are more than one point where this happens. So suppose that there were two values, x equal a, x equal b, such that f of a equals 0 and f of b equals 0. So now the problem is set up to apply the mean value theorem. Okay, remember, f is a polynomial. That means it's continuous. Well, it's differentiable everywhere. Okay. So once we know that, the mean value theorem says that there is some value c, okay, in AB, such that f prime of c equals 0. Let's write this nice. F prime of c equals 0. This is, we can apply Rolle's theorem here, or we can just apply the mean value theorem. Okay, and say, well, f of b minus f of a, these two are 0, this is 0. Okay. So what? Well, if there is some c such that f prime equals 0, so let's find it. Because we have a polynomial, f prime of c must be very easy to find, right? It must be, we have x to the power 3 plus 2x minus 2, so the derivative is going to be 3x squared plus 2x, evaluate at c. There you have it. Sorry, not there. 3c squared plus 2. But if this is going to be equal to 0, we realize here there is a problem, because this is saying that c squared must be equal to negative 2 divided by 3. Is this possible? C squared is not negative. And negative 2/3, last time I checked, was negative. So this is impossible. So this is what happens when we assume that instead of one solution, there are two, that we find something impossible. So it cannot be. If we assume that, then we find something that is wrong, impossible. All right, so this means that there cannot be a number c in between a and b such that f prime of c equals 0. Okay, and that means there cannot be two roots of the equation.